booze and other such places and whatnot. All right, Facebook Live is on. The YouTube audio recording is on, and Blog Talk is up and out there.
Yes.
All right, do you want me to play an intro while you share it, or do you want to hop in?
Oh, I guess we can just hop in.
All right, you got it. Birds of Prey. You have a better memory than me. I have notes.
So, yeah, which is always fun to go to the movies with you because the phone's always on because you're just like taking notes the whole time. Rude. Yeah, I guess, we should review Birds of Prey just because it is a female lead movie, which is always fun, but also because I guess there's like some backlash online and people are really mad because women are being portrayed positively. I don't know. They have on clothes. I'm not really sure what the problem is, but apparently people online are angry because this is toxic feminism or something. I don't know. Because I guess because, I think just because of the whole, like, Harley Quinn Joker relationship, it's always been toxic. It's always been full of, like, domestic violence and things like that. But, like, I don't see people complaining every time he, like, kicks her through a fucking, out of a window, because that's happened more than once in their relationship. Or he's just, like, beat the living shit out of her a few times. And, I don't see people complaining about that. But, she breaks up with him since one fucking building on fire, and all of a sudden it's toxic feminism or whatever. I'm just saying, I don't get it.
They be saying toxic femininity.
Also that.
Which is like, oh yeah, that dangerous femininity, watch out. Coming to get you.
The funny thing, though, is in typical, like, MRA anti-feminist fashion, is there is an argument to be made for toxic femininity, but that would also require dismantling white supremacy, and they're not about that. Because, like, that kind of, the get Emmett... What was that? Okay, well, just random noises. That's fun.
Looks like Blog Talk Radio stopped.
Oh.
Well, that's it for Blog Talk Radio. Well, it's just not live on that then. That was weird.
That was weird. Yeah, I was going to say with the whole, like, toxic femininity thing, like, there is something there to be said about that, but that would involve, actually critiquing white women who, want to get Emmett Till lynched, that type of thing, and they don't really want to do that. And they pretend Emmett Till got lynched because he's a man and race wasn't a factor, so,
Ugh.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was the Honey Badgers.
It was the Honey Badgers. It was a Voice for Men. It was a bunch of MRA groups, that were on that whole thing. We're like, because he was a man. And I was like, oh, what the fuck ever. But, yeah, so, I don't know. You liked the movie, right?
I have my critiques.
You have your critiques.
Oh, yeah.
You have your notes, you mean?
Yeah. Title's long as shit. And that just kind of ruins it.
It is a very long title.
That shit was dope. It was
yes. Yeah, I was looking on Twitter to see what the angry masses are saying. Oh, did our internet just, like, go out altogether? What the fuck?
Facebook loaded.
Okay, well, my Twitter is not loading, so that's fun. That's good times. Well, we'll see what happens.
All right, you need me to turn on hotspot.
I don't think so. I mean, if yours is working, mine should be working, right?
But I think there's a problem with your antenna to the telephone connection or something.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just working like 5 minutes ago, though.
But the hotspot's on.
All right, so I guess we're going to hotspot. This is the problem with going live. Shit always goes wrong.
All right, and the podcast audio definitely did just pick up midway through riffing. But yeah, like I already wanted to see the film just because I wanted to see the film. I didn't even think that there was like, oh, there's some leftist slant to it that's gonna appeal to me politically.
Yeah,
it's like how obsessed with this shit are these niggas? Like, I'm not thinking about that when I'm like, I see people jumping and kicking, and I think I saw fire and explosion and loud music, and it's rated R. I'm like, yep, sounds like my kind of shit. I was gonna see it, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's a factor, too, is, like, you can tell how, baseless some of these critiques are, because you're like, it's a fucking action movie. Are you actually critiquing the action? Are you just mad that girls are doing it? You know, that type of thing. And it's just, yeah.
Oh yeah, the shit was fucking tacky.
Yeah.
Oh, Phoenix, you're looking for those ones you saw?
Yeah. One of the things I loved about Birds of Prey was the way the film explored toxic masculinity and misogyny through the big bad black mask. He was definitely the bad guy, but not a real villain. Didn't he have people's faces cut off repeatedly throughout the movie?
Yeah, but he had them cut off. He wasn't doing it himself. Real villains do their own face cutting. Mm-hmm. That's always gone down in history. Mm-hmm. Cobra Commander.
Okay.
Scar dumped Mufasa off that cliff, put in his own work.
Scar did.
Yeah, you see.
I mean, but they were lions, so.
And he said, now yous can't leave.
Mm-hmm. So someone has a link to their crowdfunding project. They want to do their own comic book, and they said, rest assured, there's zero alcoholic #feminist spinsters within the pages of this book. Just a bunch of big boobs, toxic masculinity, and a healthy dose of political incorrectness. So I guess
it's gonna be boring and predictable.
Yeah, based on the outfits right now, it's very boring and predictable. I see 3 of the 5 women look like that schoolgirl type thing, you know, with like the thigh-high stockings and the short skirt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, so what, someone drew the picture?
Yeah, like they're making their own comic book, and they want you to fund them because it's better than Birds of Prey, because it's...
Hey, can you hold it up to the camera?
Oh, yeah. Which camera? There's 2 of them.
Oh, the YouTube one.
This one? I don't know which one the YouTube one is.
Oh, that.
That one. I don't know. Can you see it?
Ooh, let me see if it's coming up. It's fun for podcast audio. It's not.
Aw,
glary.
boo.
It's too glary.
Boo.
Damn, yeah, and it does look like the internet to this computer has gone funky.
Really? Okay. Maybe we're just having internet issues.
Yeah, because there's Sydney Loco just left a comment so I can see it on that one.
Weird.
All right, so while you keep honchoing, I'm going to go check it.
Okay. Right, so I guess what? Just do like a rundown of the plot? Should we start with that?
Yeah.
All right, so in the opening, we have, of course, and they did a lot of cutting as far as like time, you know, like it was very Quentin Tarantino-esque with the time cuts in that aspect. But, you know, so the intro is Harley. Joker has broken up with her and thrown her out, and she's just devastated and drinking and just getting into all sorts of trouble, and has this brilliant idea. What was her, what did she say? I have all my best ideas when I'm drunk. Is that what she said?
Yes.
Yeah, got completely shit-faced and blew up. If you saw Suicide Squad, they made a reference to, like, the vat of chemicals that she jumped into to, like, prove her love for Joker. She went back to that location and blew the whole fucking thing up. But of course now this means that she's officially broken up with Joker. Everyone knows she's broken up with Joker. So everyone who hates her because of all the fucked up shit her and Joker did together are now trying to kill her.
And is it because that's like where their first date was or something?
Well, that's because
like
that's where she jumped into the chemicals and became Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Like before that, she was still Harleen Quinzel, psychiatrist.
Dr.
Harleen.
Yeah.
Harleen, right?
Yeah, it was Harleen.
Yeah, Quinzel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so blows it up. So now everybody's like chasing her, and it's just a bunch of random people who hate her. It was kind of funny. You know. And of course, Ewan McGregor plays the main bad guy. He owns a club. He's really fucking weird and needy and clingy and very much I don't know. I don't even know how to describe him as a character. He was a very emotionally damaged man who took it out on the women around him, but in like the whiniest of ways, I think.
Yeah, that was, and I think that could throw you out of the character being a villain if I'm gonna lend some nuance to these clowns, because it did. It threw me out because it was like, I know this is the bad one because I've already heard and read reviews.
Yeah.
And watched and looked at them on the YouTubes, and I was just like, this guy just ain't really hitting. I mean, that face cutting off thing, that's bugged out, but his demeanor,
yeah,
and which I think it's like they kind of did write. That's a realistic man, and that might be part of why they don't like him as like, you can't be a villain or a hero as a realistic man. Like me, you hear my voice. I don't try to make it extra fake deep, bro. I don't do that bullshit. I just fucking talk like myself, and that's how that villain talked. He just talked like a loud asshole man.
Yeah.
It was like when you heard when that old clip. I guess it's double old now. It's old and it's old as far as it being released. The Richard Spencer bugging out after Charlottesville.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like he was screechy. He sounded like a regular man, regular cis man. Like, we're not all that. But they wanted that villain to be that. But, like, that behavior where with the take off your dress scene, stand on the table and to take off your dress and do a dance, like that solidified him as villain for me. Like for me, I was like, oh fuck, this fucker's evil, and we gotta take him down. It's all about defeating Trump, guys.
It's all about defeating Trump. No, I mean, I got that he was the villain. He just, I think was just a different type of villain that we're normally used to seeing. Because normally in these type of movies, it's what? Like, the villain, even when he's, like, sad, he just, like, goes off and, like, broods by himself or whatever. He doesn't have, like, a fucking tantrum, which this character was prone to doing. Was also a complete control freak.
And they said the Facebook Live is lagging bad.
What?
And I guarantee you it's definitely the computer. So I'll work on that before I do another one.
Yep. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, you were.
Yeah. So he's just like a whiny control freak, really, and so there was I forgot her name now. The singer Canary.
Yes.
Who worked at his club, and then he eventually hired her to be his driver when he found out she knew how to fight. And of course, he needed a new driver because Harley Quinn broke his driver's legs. So that's someone else who wants to kill Harley Quinn.
That was one of the things that these guys were whining about, was where she broke his legs. And it's like, all right, she's not a huge person. She's still a person.
Yeah.
That's a full-grown adult body jumping off of a counter into the air and gravity right down on little regular-ass legs.
Right.
And it's like, deal with it. Men don't have fucking super mega legs that have to do all this man spreading. Real man legs will get fucking broken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also because his feet were like up on a table, right? So she like jumped and like intentionally basically like sat on his shins.
Yeah.
As it were. Like that's how she landed. So yeah.
Yeah, they were literally in a very breakable position.
Yeah.
Really? Like, quit being silly, guys.
Oh, jeez. Right, so, and then what? So then Harley Quinn ends up also working for this guy who, when he gets really upset and goes full evil, he puts on a black mask. That's his name, Black Mask. Very original. Very, very original. And, so Harley Quinn goes to work for him because they're trying to find this diamond, which, of course, is somebody else's backstory because there's always another backstory. Right, there's some diamond that has, like, bank account information lasered into it, and it was from some, like, mob family, but the whole family got slaughtered. We find out later one of the kids survived the massacre, and now she goes by Huntress, and she's killing everybody who was responsible for killing her family, right? And this diamond got stolen by this kid who's a fucking pickpocket.
Yeah.
And so the kid has it, and the kid is being pursued by a cop who never gets credit for what she does, right? And so that's just sort of like all this like all these like little plot lines just sort of come together towards the end because Harley's got the kid, the cop is there, Canary is there, and Huntress is there, and then Black Mask comes to try and kill them all and kill the kid to get the diamond, and it's like a very glorious, fun fight scene towards the end.
And it was also interesting seeing that you said the pig that never got credit for her bust and arrest and whatnot.
Yes.
And it was a black man that got the hire over the Latinx woman who played by Rosie Perez.
Yes.
Yeah, and he played the bumbling fool, but then I was like, huh, all right, they're getting a little creative with the the feminism here, but he's tall. Man, I think he had a mustache. Mm-hmm. You should have that.
You should have that.
Right? Good hair on the top, little shave down on the sides.
Well, I mean, also one of the things, too, is part of her career being stalled was she kept being portrayed as being, like, crazy or, like, too obsessive with things, which, is typical. as far as that goes with the gaslighting of women who are passionate about something, but also she's the one actually doing the work. And then at the end, her current partner got credit too, and that was a white guy. So yeah, her former partner got credit for her work and got promoted. Her current partner got credit for her work and probably is going to get promoted as well, even though he's incredibly stupid. So, you know, yeah.
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 And something else that I dug in there, like, as the movie opened up, it was playing some song that sounded like the hook or some lyrics were saying, "Joke's on you." Mm-hmm. And I won't try to play it on the program because... Oh, fuck.
Well, then.
I think the live just died.
Okay.
Okay, well, there goes Facebook Live.
All right.
All right, so this is just a YouTube episode and podcast.
Yes.
And if we didn't have the YouTube part, I would play it. But yeah, that record, that was fun. Mm-hmm. And yeah, those hot lines. Looking at my notes, like I have all my best ideas drunk, and it's like it's kind of tone setting for the attitude of the character.
Yeah.
Now, right? She's gonna get a little bit more pragmatic toward the end, like when they were all squatting up and everyone's goofing around. She's like, "We kind of gotta go, guys." Yes. Making adult decisions now.
Yes.
Come on, team. We need to kill these people. This movie's rated R. Let's get the kills in. Another hotline early, like when that part where she blew up the building, and someone said she just publicly updated her relationship status.
That's fun.
And then what? So then from there, everybody that respected patriarchy, respected the Joker, was like, "Oh, we can get Harley Quinn now for however she slighted us." Right? Because it seemed like some things showed us like, she might have punched you in the face, or she may have just cut you in line. And I don't know if the cut you in line is bullet worthy. Well,
also some of it too was like interesting because there was like the guy whose face got tattooed. And he was trying to kill Harley Quinn, and she's like, "Why are you trying to kill me? I'm not the one who did that to your face." And she's like, and the guy's like, "But you dared Joker to do it." She's like, "But I didn't do it. I dare people to do things all the time. How was I supposed to know he was going to do it?" You know, so Joker tattooed a guy's face, and the guy's like chasing Harley Quinn because it's Harley's fault somehow. But I think that the real reason that, like, the MRA anti-feminist types are mad about it is because of her little bar speech that she had when she was talking to Canary about what a harlequin is.
Yeah.
When she was like, yeah, you just, you know, you run around serving people, and if there's nobody to serve, then you're just nothing. Because that was like, you know, her relationship with Joker. And then by the end of it, she sort of found herself. She's like, I'm doing my own fucking thing. I have my own business cards. I'm a fucking mercenary. And I don't think they liked that growth.
Right. And that's another one I had with like the symbolism in there. When she took the pickpocket kid up to her apartment over the store. Yeah. And she turns on the television. It happens to be on the Tweety Bird program, and you see a caged bird. Yep. And then the cartoon moves on, but it starts with that moment. Mm-hmm. And it was like, see, that kind of shit is live, but as it moves on, the bird is out of the cage.
Right. Yes.
Oh, and you know what? And then what happened in that scene? Her apartment, her little cage, got blown the fuck up. Yep. And so from that moment forward, the bird was out of her cage. All right, I just caught it now. Yeah, let's take a look at this one that I saved from someone on the YouTube. Calls himself The Critical Drinker. Okay. The bar is low for men. All right, because this Critical Drinker, all right, this video, 664,000 views.
Is there even a bar?
Was that 313,000 subscribers?
Okay.
You understand the kind of wisdom? Like what we've said so far about the film. The Critical Drinker, now these men are reasonable, which is their main thing. Mm-hmm. Like they're just being nuanced about stuff, all right? Mm-hmm. And when you look at things with nuance, pretty much everything women do is pretty much garbage. And everything men do, it's just cleaning up their garbage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's hear the Critical Drinker set this one up.
Okay.
Oh, Warner Brothers, what are you doing to us? In your time, you've given us some of the best comic book movies ever, but then you tried to jump on the Marvel Extended Universe bandwagon, except without all the planning and patience and quality control, and you ended up delivering absolute shite. Remember Suicide Squad, everyone? Remember thinking, wow, this Harley Quinn is awesome. I really hope she gets to star in her own goofy, cartoonish, R-rated female empowerment movie.
All right, a goofy, cartoonish, R-rated female empowerment movie.
Cartoonish. So, how exactly do they draw comics? They kind of look like cartoons to me.
Well, I used to be in the business, and what I did was I would photograph a person, and then I would write a thought bubble on a piece of paper and cut it out and put it over their head. So when I was in the business of comic books, it was pretty much all live action shots. All right.
Okay.
Cartoonish, and what the fuck? How did he? Wait a minute. That was like fucking.
Warner Brothers, what are you doing to us?
That was like the mulatto society Negro.
Oh God,
buffer.
the fucking mulatto boule buffer class blue vein society.
Blue Vein Society's not even real.
It's not real.
Okay, how did he word that?
Remember Suicide Squad, everyone? Remember thinking, wow, this Harley Quinn is awesome. I really hope she gets to star in her own goofy, cartoonish, R-rated female empowerment movie alongside a bunch of characters nobody ever heard of. Nah, me neither.
You see?
Okay.
That's the main thing about entertainment, is I never want to see a character I never heard of.
Yeah.
All right? Don't go bringing in new characters.
And also, I like how they say goofy, and we're just gonna fucking ignore other comic book movies like Thor Ragnarok comes to mind particularly. That was pure fucking goofy.
Oh, you speak on it. You got it.
Oh, I know,
That's on
because you've
you.
never seen it. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of the jokes they made, the way some of the action scenes, went down. Like, there was definitely a lot of goofiness in that fucking movie. Like, just, come on now.
Any lines you remember?
Well, there was the scene between Thor and Loki where Thor's like, we need help, and Loki's like, I'm not doing get help, and then basically all Thor does is like hits Loki, and then when Loki's like messed up, drags him around, he's like, helps, my brother needs help. Like, that's like their gag, and I was like, that's completely cartoonish. It was funny, but completely cartoonish, right? There's like the scene where he fights Hulk in the arena, and he's like kind of nervous because he's been sent to like another planet, doesn't know where he is. He's in some like fucking Mortal Kombat-esque situation in an arena. All he knows, he's got to fight a guy, and then it turns out it's Hulk. They used to be friends. They used to work together, but Hulk doesn't remember him, and Thor keeps trying to talk to him, and he's like, I told them we were friends. Why are you hitting me? Like, it's shit like that. Because Hulk, like, doesn't know. Then at one point, he grabs a hammer and just starts bashing Hulk's face in, and he goes, because, of course, Dr. Banner is the other side of Hulk. He's like, it's okay, Banner. I know you're in there. I'll get you out. And just starts, like, wailing on him with a hammer. Like, there was a lot of goofy shit in that movie. Come on. Or Valkyrie with her drinking. Come on.
Wait a second. The Hulk. Now, how does this character function?
Very angry. Hulk smash.
Okay. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't change size, color?
Well, he starts off as a regular person, and then when he gets, as a doctor who's actually quite brilliant, when he gets angry, he gets very big, hulks up, like black men do, so I've been told, and turns green and just smashes shit, and, like, has no, like, concept of reason or higher intelligence. He's just Hulk smash.
That doesn't sound realistic. And
It's realistic because it's not Harley Quinn.
Yeah, let's hear some more nuance from the critical drinker.
Sure.
Or intelligence, and then promptly forget about, just like the people who made it. A vanity project spun off from a failed superhero team-up that nobody cared about. A vapid, self-indulgent, meaningless, badly written, horribly paced conglomeration of different ideas that work together about as effectively as Kathleen Kennedy and directors who are capable of independent thought. Pitched.
He just happened to, like, an outside critique for, like, comparison, just happened to also be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's no pattern.
No. No.
All right, let's see.
Together about as effectively as Kathleen Kennedy and directors who are capable of independent thought. Pitched to a market that doesn't exist and starring a bunch of actors who aren't big or interesting enough to get RC.
The funny shit, while he's talking about how bad it is, in the video he has a loop of maybe like a trailer playing, and it showed her picking up like a can of something and whacking it with a bat in like some fucker's face.
Yes.
Like, I want to see whatever this is you're talking about.
Right? It doesn't look bad.
Critical drinker?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was a complete fucking chore to get through, and for the next 10 minutes I'm going to explain exactly why. Join me as I review Birds of Prey. So the film picks up sometime after the events of Suicide Squad. I guess Jared Leto is still in the huff with Warner Brothers, so the Joker is suspiciously absent from this film. Instead,
Because it's not about him.
No, it's because, no, it's behind the scenes stuff. Or else they would have clearly made a man the head of Harley Quinn's movie.
So the film picks up sometime after the events of from this film. Instead, he's broken up with Harley Quinn after taking credit for a bunch of crimes that she apparently planned, because she was the real mastermind behind everything he did, don't you know?
I'm not about to let a man
Well,
take
I mean,
credit
they already established that in Suicide Squad. When they said, because they could have gotten Joker, and they were like, no, we want Harley Quinn.
No, but he watched Suicide Squad. He would have mentioned that.
Because she spent the past few years acting like a total asshole without fear of reprisal. But if news gets out that the Joker dumped her, she's completely screwed. Now you might think it would make sense for her to leave Gotham and find a new place to live, but nah, she just hangs around and keeps acting like everything's cool. So she goes to a nightclub and gets totally shit-faced and breaks a guy's legs because he got mad when she spilled a drink on him. What's a delightful character. That's when we're in.
All right?
But that's
there are no men like that.
That's totally shit. Oh, did you see the background picture, by the way, of his walls? Sorry, this is like a side note. I know listeners can't necessarily see the screen, but I was talking about the walls in the villain's apartment. They're like weird, creepy BDSM-y, and yeah, see, yeah, there's like a bunch of like random women like tied up and shit on his walls. And I just lost track of what I was gonna say. Oh, right. So she jumped on a guy and broke his legs because he got mad at her for spilling a drink on him. That's completely something Joker would do. Did we forget the pencil trick in the fucking? Remember?
Yeah, but that was a business meeting.
It was a business meeting. Really? So a guy who wears purple suits, dyes his hair green, and puts on makeup would never do something as outlandish as break someone's legs because he felt like it. Okay.
At a business meeting, yes.
At a business meeting.
That was recreational. You don't fucking break legs for fun. All right? Well, what did he say in that scene? Don't do if you're good at something, get paid to do it.
Yes.
See? Mm-hmm. So he did it while he was in his place of business. He didn't do it at the club.
You know the best way to piss off MRAs who hate sex workers online? Is when they say something like, get a real job, is just post the gif of Joker saying that.
Oh.
They don't like that.
You Phoenix Calida is on the Twitter.
I am on the Twitter.
She likes those
Join
folks.
me. Or not.
But not for long. Harley decides she needs to get over the Joker properly, and what better way to do it than to steal a gas tanker and drive it straight into the chemical plant where they first got together. You know, I could point out that a massive chemical explosion in the middle of a crowded city would almost certainly cause untold damage to the environment and the health of millions of people living in the affected area, not to mention killing dozens, if not hundreds of innocent civilians.
I'm sure these are things he's very concerned with in every single movie he's ever watched.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All the civilian deaths in Gotham.
Right. A place that has what? Joker, Riddler, Catwoman, fucking the Freeze guy, Penguin. Yeah, I'm sure we're very concerned about civilian deaths here.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, man, you can't. And somewhere in there's a Hillary's Moab joke. Okay.
City would almost certainly cause untold damage to the environment and the health of millions of people living in the affected area, not to mention killing dozens, if not hundreds of innocent civilians actually working at the plants. But the script is like, nah, it'll be fine. Anyway, word soon gets out that Harley's no longer...
Yeah, that's what the script said.
That is what the script said.
They said, it'll be fine.
They did.
You know, because that's why the police weren't looking for her or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She was She was
That's
okay.
fine. That's fine.
I mean, oh God, I hope this is the video where he talks about her in the police station.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Is also skilled enough to beat two fully grown men in hand-to-hand combat. You go, girl. Roman happens to notice this little alleyway fight, so he hires Black Canary to be his new limo driver because his old one has two broken legs courtesy of Harley Quinn. He sends Black Canary.
Oh man, she hurt the fucking villain's driver.
She hurt the man.
Like he said it like, oh, how bad for this? Like that's literally written.
Told you she was snorting coke.
Oh shit! I don't be paying attention to nothing. But fucking that's part of the trajectory of the character.
Yeah.
Is that she's careless and rowdy, and it's like, and now she has to start thinking before she acts.
Yeah.
Like that's the character. But women cannot have coming of age stories because in patriarchy, what is a coming of age story? I fucked her first.
Yeah, but I mean, I also think it's like, you know, not just that she's having to adjust the way she lives, but that in her growth, she's becoming less vulnerable, right? Like, she's not as easy to manipulate. She's not as easy to exploit. She is something more than, like, Joker's girl, you know?
Yeah. And now we can have a series of films, and I don't know how they're going to play it. Maybe with the same actor playing the character.
Margot, maybe.
Right, yeah. Margot what? What is their last name?
Robbie.
Margot.
Or Roby.
We don't know if it's Robbie or Roby.
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh, robotics.
Robbie.
Robbie. Okay.
Yes.
To a nearby police station, so she takes the stolen diamond and swallows it in full view of the cops sitting right next to her. Okay. Meanwhile, a Gotham detective named Montoya.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
Is investigating a murder carried out by a mysterious crossbow assassin. Montoya is a tough-talking, no-nonsense cop who keeps getting held back because her male colleagues take credit for her work.
I am not a merry man.
So Montoya...
For some reason, it's very bad. It's just a groan that's in the storyline.
I like how, like, when something realistic actually happens in the movie, he completely ignores it. Mister, where's the realism? Okay, that's realistic. Someone taking credit for a female coworker's performance? Yeah.
He did respond. He went,
Wow, that's great.
View of the cops sitting right next back because her male colleagues take credit for her work.
I am not a merry man.
So Montoya catches up with Harley and tries to capture her, and it made me laugh until I was in danger of pissing myself because Rosie Perez is 55 years old and she moves with all the speed and agility of me after 2 bottles of whiskey. Anyway, Harley escapes only to run straight.
Oh, so women can't kick your ass when they're old. Okay, got it. Because fucking, how old are some of these male action heroes? Fucking Bruce Willis is still making action movies.
Just whatever the latest Expendables is.
I mean,
Fucking Teddy Roosevelt showed up with the Rough Riders, I heard, for the last one. They were riding, nigga.
It'll be fine, because it needs
Oh, you
to
went
get
all the
Harley
way
out
back.
of this situation
Oh,
and
no,
moving
he-
again.
Oh,
and
did
it
it
can't
again?
goons who take her to his nightclub so he can torture her to death. But then she somehow talks him out of it by saying that she can recover the missing diamond for him, because apparently she's really good at finding things.
What?
You don't need to find the diamond, you dick. You already know.
Now, I know part of it is the model. He has to do a short video, 16 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's skipping everything that she said to say
Yeah.
I find things. Wasn't there like a flashback
she
scene?
said, I don't think there was a scene, but she told a story about how, like, Joker lost a picture and she went around, like, the whole side of, like a whole borough of New York and found it in a bird's nest or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right. I mean, also, she's a fucking supervillain. She can probably fucking find some shit.
Also, that's all she's. I find things.
Yes.
So Roman lets her go on the promise she'll recover the diamond for him, because it's not like she could just skip town on him and disappear forever. For the purposes of this movie, Gotham City is basically the only place in the universe that actually exists.
Which is also
Did a fucking
ridiculous. It's Harley Quinn. Where is Harley Quinn going to hide? Is she gonna fucking move to, like, any town in Missouri and become a librarian? It's Harley fucking Quinn. Her skin is creepy bleach white. She's loud. She has an incredibly intense accent, and she does not know how to calm the fuck down.
No, Asada taught her. She'll go down
She's
there.
gonna go down to Cuba.
Yeah. Okay, that's how it happens. Now, this is one of the best parts.
Okay. Yes.
It is about to get so nuanced.
Promise she'll recover the diamond for him, because it's not like she could just skip town on him and disappear forever. For the purposes of this movie, Gotham City is basically the only place in the universe that actually exists. Did a fucking kindergartner write this? Anyway, Harley goes to the police station, which I guess must be staffed by the dumbest, most incompetent cops on the planet, because she's able to fight her way inside single-handed, and not one cop thinks to radio for reinforcements, or return fire on her, or do anything except stand there waiting to get shot. Honestly, you could replace these idiots with cardboard cutouts, and the scene would play out pretty much the same.
Because, you know, like in all the ones where a man is the aggressor.
Yes. Like that fucking scene in Fast and Furious 8 with The Rock and Jason Statham where they're breaking out of prison, just fucking up everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's realistic.
That's realistic.
That would happen.
That would happen. Who's the fucking Rock in there, like, in his jail cell? He, like, rope, like, the cement bench and starts fucking doing curls with it and shit. And then just, gets, like, shot with beanbags and he's like, oh, fuck you, now I'm angry.
Yeah,
That's realistic. That's realistic.
Yeah, that happens in San Quentin pretty regularly.
All the time.
Oh, yeah, up in Rita.
Sorry.
Yeah, Walla Walla, that's going on.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, those guys. Well, even jails, not even prison, up there in Rikers.
Rikers, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cook
why,
County, man.
That's why they call it Gladiator School. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Negroes are doing. Oh, shoot. I bumped my microphone. All right, so yeah, the police station.
And also, just being a bootlicker just because you hate women, dude, you're fucking pitiful.
Anyway, Harley goes to the police station, which I guess must be staffed by the dumbest, most incompetent cops on the planet, because she's able to fight her way inside single-handed, and not one cop thinks to radio for reinforcements, or return fire on her, or do anything except stand there waiting to get shot. Honestly, you could replace these idiots with cardboard cutouts, and the scene would play out pretty much the same. So she gets down to the cells and springs Cassandra, but she also releases all the other prisoners by accident. And because literally everyone in this city fucking hates Harley Quinn, they all decide to attack her instead of, escaping.
Come on, let's get nuts.
Cue another cringeworthy fight scene with some extremely accommodating stuntmen. You know how it's kind of implausible?
All right, so. Oh, yeah, he was about to launch into something being implausible.
Wow.
Now, this is something I also had in my notes. And you know what? I don't want to blow up the whole show on this fucking guy, right? He's had plenty of airtime. Because I saw these before I saw the movie, and I was like, I already know what the movie's going to be because I'm predictable, as is my entertainment. I've been watching action movies for a long time. I know what I'm about to see.
Right.
But somehow these niggas saw some whole other shit that I know they're lying about. And I went in that theater and I saw their fucking lies. And one thing they're talking about is, how could she be defeating all these men? It's like, first, it's in the script. Like, the movie's about her. You want her to die in Act 2?
Actually, they probably do.
You know, yeah. Yeah, then the rest of it just be about the villain with getting some chicks, bro.
Or whatever he does, yeah.
Yeah. But fucking no. So that character has to live on, so they're gonna win the fights.
Right.
It's fuck off. But like the move she was doing used like leverage.
Right.
She wasn't like just cocking back and punching niggas in the jaw and they were just out. Like she wasn't hitting niggas with fucking temple shots and they were going down and having an aneurysm.
Right.
Like, no, she was actually using weapons and using physics.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually using goddamn math and science and shit. But, oh yeah, that's right, she's Dr. Harley Quinn.
Dr. Harley Quinn. But, like, what's funny about that to me, though, is realistically size doesn't necessarily matter in a fight, but men assume it does because men tend to be bigger. But there's plenty of women who know how to fight and have found ways to get around size advantage that some men have. And it's just hilarious that dudes won't acknowledge this in a movie because they don't like the character. Right? But, like, because, like, I'm just curious now if this guy ever reviewed something like, say, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? Because Michelle Yeoh was in it, and it's like she had fight scenes and she was holding her own against dudes. And, like, was that unrealistic? Or because you know she's actually a professional martial artist, did you let that slide? And in that case, maybe a woman can fight.
Well, also,
You know.
it's realistic because it's based on a comic book, you see.
It is realistic because it's based on a comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
This is a fictional character of a fictional character of a fictional character.
It's a fictional character's girlfriend who is a fictional character created to be the nemesis of another fictional character.
I think so.
Yeah.
So looking back at just my notes, like little things that I like about the movie, because this is about it being a positive review needs to exist.
Yes.
And like little hot moments that are just fun, like when everybody was crowding in on her when they first found out that she updated her relationship status in a
Yes.
public way. And she pulls out a dirty napkin and says parlay.
That's fun.
And it's like, that's just it's a hit moment. I'm a millennial. Pirates of the Caribbean, that was a part of entering adulthood for my age group. Mm-hmm. So like, as I approach 40, you're like, hey, remember when you could run upstairs? Here's a punchline from that. Like, fucking awesome.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that.
Booba doop doop. Oh yeah, and then you were talking about how the villain had the BDSM stuff.
Yes.
Well, maybe in more of a 50 Shades context, given the villain.
Whew.
And I had made a note that when he hired, what's her name, Black
Canary.
Canary, and brought her inside, he was showing her like his African stuff that he owned,
Yeah.
like artifacts and whatnot. And it's just like, oh, this fucking guy. Like, if you're nuanced about patriarchy, which means you're against patriarchy, if you're nuanced about patriarchy, you can really see how he's a villain without being over-imposing and a baritone. Mm-hmm. You know, like, he's a fucking asshole villain to any and all femme folks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the way he was describing his collection, he wasn't talking about his art collection like, I have this thing and it's so cool, this culture is so amazing, I'm glad I have this, like, artifact to always remind me, blah, blah. But he was just saying, like, fucking wild shit. Like, he asked her if she's been to one of these places, and she's like, no, and he was like, oh, you'd like it, knowing she can't afford to go there, you know. Or, like, one of the things, it was like a shrunken head, I think it was. And he just said some shit like, yeah, it's like 1,000 years old. And this was some guy. It's just in my house now. Like, I just took it. I own it. I'm that guy. And I was like, oh, all right.
That's
All right.
Something else they did was when someone would be approaching her, remember, everyone didn't attack her because they were afraid of Joker.
Right.
So now everyone's at her. And what it would do, it would have like a pause screen because they kind of make the movies like comic books,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And they'll have a pause and it'll show the person's name and what their grievance with her is. And when it went to the character played by Ewan McGregor, is how you say his name?
Yeah.
When it got to his character, it just started running through a long list of grievances, and one of them was voted for Bernie.
That was true.
And I wonder if
fucking funny.
I wonder if there are some feminists that are just gonna pretend this movie doesn't exist and not review it, and if there are some MRAs that are even angrier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Voted for Bernie? You left the Joker for the Jew?
Well, I mean, also keep in mind that is like a core, like a cornerstone of their ideology. Is that like anything that's remotely socialistic is bad because it gives women options and they don't have to stay in abusive relationships. Like if we give women health care and living wages, they can leave your ass. Like they are not about it. Like I don't remember his name, but one of the more prominent PUAs, pickup artist guys, like made a whole thing about like how hard it was to get laid in Europe because women have choices.
Oh.
Because the government takes care of people. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure that was not a selling point for a lot of guys.
Okay, so he doesn't want to get cucked by the Jew, is what you're saying.
It's too late.
These are the...
It's too late.
And anyone that's tuned into this, I want you to say that to a coworker.
Oh God!
No
Don't say that
context.
to don't
Just
say that to a coworker.
Hey man, hey. I know we're all ready to knock out this shift. All right. I see you. You got your paper clips. You over there. All right. You got nice shoes, fresh haircut. You're ready to go. Good sweater. All right. Let's not get cucked by the Jew. Let's get this.
Don't say that. We don't want to be the reason you get fired. Please don't say that at work.
Gonna get promoted.
No.
Gonna get promoted.
No.
Just wear a Klobuchar shirt and hold a stapler. They'll respect you. That's a good time. I don't even know if that story's fucking true. Like, it's just a fun thing to say.
I think it's true because it seemed to be corroborated by like multiple people that when she gets mad, she just throws shit at people.
Yeah, a fake goth would act like that.
A fake goth.
Fucking fake goth. Yeah, uses feet. Oh, the moment that I love is, remember, I love it's action, it's violence, it's rated R. Yes, let's do this. And when she got the baseball bat as her weapon of choice, remember she had like a spiked bat and some other things were there, and she's like, nah, just a regular old, I'm a softball gal.
Yes.
And she just gets to whomping niggas with the bat, and they're really good swings. Like, I don't know if it's a stunt person swinging it or if the Margot Robbie.
It's probably her doing it.
Margot Robbie.
She does a lot of her own stunts. Like, she was in that Tanya Harding movie about the ice skating. Obviously, she did a bunch of her own skating in that movie. And in the Suicide Squad, she actually did a lot of the stunts, too. And the director noted that, like, the one scene in particular, like, towards the end of the movie, when the villain was turning people into those, like, black, globby zombie things, you know? There's a scene in the elevator where she did like the run up the wall and then cracked him with the bat, and the director's like, I can't find the wires, I need to cut the wires out of the shot, and she actually didn't use her wires when she did it. So yeah,
give her a bigger check. See, let her see the checks of all the feller guys, all the way down to the key grip. Everybody will see
Not
all
the
these
key
niggas'
grip.
checks. Yes, the fucking the little intern that got injured in basketball.
Ugh.
Had to fall back on that associate's degree or whatever the hell it is middle class people do. I don't know your life. I'm chasing these bills, nigga.
Oh man, it's real.
My bad. But yeah, and while she's whacking niggas with the bat with some wicked fun moves, very entertaining. One move, a person's at a bit of a distance, can't reach him quickly, so bounces the bat off the ground, off their face, and back into her hand.
It was fun.
That was fucking dope.
It was fun.
All right, she set his beard on fire.
She did set someone's beard on fire.
Yes. And he had her too, but teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So she asked Pickpocket for a lighter and lit that nigga's beard. And you know what? You want to talk about realistic? I think that's how that would burn. And even when it turned to his whole head, because he had such a beard that the rest of his hair is instantly connected as soon as the flame gets there.
I think it burned a little fast, maybe?
A little fat? No. As a person who's escaped a house fire, fire gets down like that.
Fire does get down like that, but yeah.
Yeah, fire does not fuck around. Yeah, that's the fire. It's the pit bull of elements.
Whew.
Shout out to Kuja Duncan. No diss. I remember when I'm casually dissing pit bulls, Kuja Loco.
We have people who follow us who have pit bulls and love pit bulls. We're sorry.
Yes. What's the pit bull's name?
Becky.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's no joke. Yes, a white woman named her dog Becky, and we're going to move on with our lives.
We heart you, Kuja.
All right. Because
we heart you, Kuja.
You know what happens when white women name their dogs Becky. It's all predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up characters nobody ever heard of.
Uh-oh.
Jump on the Marvel
No.
Yeah, it did the slowdown thing.
Oh, Warner Brothers, what are you doing?
What are you looking for?
Of
The description.
is to star in her own goofy, cartoonish, R-rated female empowerment movie.
That's what it is when
That's what it is when you name your dog Becky.
Goofy, cartoonish female empowerment movie. Like, nigga, you laid all the cards out. But I mean, I guess that's his brand. Like, his audience is ready for him to start like that. Like, his audience, for him to start like that, like, and they're like, yeah, let's do this shit. That's why, like, when we come out and we're like, all right, so we have a sea level rise update, and they're like, oh, shit, what's happening to sea level rise? We're in the wine cellar. It's fucked. It's fucked.
We have a Flint update for you.
Yep. Jim Hightower.
Yeah.
Populous. Right? I have all my shits right there in front of me.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. The TV and the cage bird, we hit that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, when he fucking ripped the wanted to rip the dress off of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that rape culture shit.
Because didn't he think that she was laughing? Like, it was just a random woman. I think I said earlier he owns a nightclub. It was just a random woman laughing very loudly in his club, and I think he thought she was laughing at him.
Because he had a unfavorable phone call, I think, with black singer.
Yeah. And so he was like upset and emotional, and then was like, oh, there's this woman laughing. She must be punished for living a life that had nothing to do with me until I inserted myself into it. Like, what?
But I own the club. And I also just, and I don't know if there's like some sort of cisgender symbolism or anything going on, but she has a stuffed beaver.
Oh, Harley does? Yeah.
In a tutu.
Yes, she does.
And and I remember like on the way back, I wish you would have fucking Facebook Live, because I just kept doing like beaver jokes, because I was just like, what is that? Because I know the symbolism is a joke because the movie is Fun Soup.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to get it, and I know someone tuned in right now is like, it's from Macbeth or whatever the fuck.
I have read Macbeth. I can assure you there was not a stuffed beaver in a tutu in Macbeth.
Whatever it is you educated people be talking about. It's a quote from Jane Eyre, chapter 3.
It is not from Jane Eyre. I also like the fact that she owned a laughing hyena.
Yeah, but so I looked a little bit into it. I think it may have been CGI.
It was.
Yeah, and like super expensive. And like they said that either way, real hyenas or CGI, ridiculously expensive, and we can literally only afford to get a couple shots.
Yeah, I don't think they could have used a real hyena to do some of this. I would have been scared as an actor. I'd have been like, no, I'm not fucking letting a fucking live hyena eat a Twizzler out of my mouth.
Yeah, because what is that, like a dog iguana thing?
It's like a dog. It's a wild dog.
And they're a little more doggish. They're definitely not Snoop Dogs.
They are not Snoop Dogs, but every continent has their wild dogs, and that's Africa's wild dogs. And also, I've heard they'll eat your face off.
Well, their mouth is big enough. They're really not small. Like and I understand it is to scale, so it's accurate. But Lion King makes you think hyenas are fucking small.
That's only because lions are fucking huge.
Yeah, so to scale.
Yeah. Fucking yeah, and yeah, hyenas are fucking creepy to me. That laugh is not. It's not.
You know what? I want to hear it now.
I'm not about the hyena laugh.
I'm typing in hyena laughing. I want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't like. It's very like. It's like some shit you hear like right before you die. Like when the serial killer's already in your house. It's yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, here's one. The fuck. That's the laugh. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's giggling. Wait, are they leopards? Are they dog leopards? What the fuck?
It's just their camouflage.
It's camouflage.
Yes.
That's leopard print.
Keep in mind, yes, it's leopard, which also is camouflage. What?
In a bag of Cheetos, nigga? What is being orange camouflaging you from?
Orange? They're not orange.
Yeah, it's orangey, right?
What?
Leopards?
They're yellow.
Orangey?
They're yellow.
Yeah,
Anyways, they're supposed to blend in with savanna grass and in trees and stuff. But yeah, keep in mind, hyenas are small. Lions eat them. They need camouflage. Like cheetahs, they're the smallest of the large cats, also hunted by large cats.
Yeah, that's why I taught them to run so fast. I was like, look, see him as Officer Lion.
You taught cheetahs how to run.
Yeah. These are the
This
facts.
nigga.
These are facts, ma'am.
This nigga.
That's a stereotypical pothead right there.
But keep in mind, they're also pack animals, so it's a gang of them making that noise. It's fucking scary.
That sounds
And
fun.
she named her hyena Bruce. How fun is that?
Yeah, like what's going on there with the Bruce Brucing?
Bruce Brucein.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce.
Yes.
Let's take a look here. Doop. Oh, there was one where the grievance was a sexual emoji, I guess, where she denied him sex or something.
I don't know if denied him sex or made fun of him for having a small penis. I could see it going either way.
Because it was like a red line through
The eggplant.
The eggplant.
Yeah, so I don't know if that was like making fun of penis size or just no sex happened. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he that was his grievance.
He was upset.
And then you know what? Yeah, I guess they probably did that deliberately. Leave it open to interpret. Yeah. What? So the her apartment was over that shop owned by a
Chinese or a Korean restaurant.
old cat named Doc.
Yes.
And he was, and I'm looking at it. You know, we're looking at this. We can't help it. We're anti-patriarchy,
Yes.
so that's gonna inform how we see reusable shopping bags, right? Fucking thumbtacks and shit. Like we're just thinking anti. We are like we're actually. Like, right, like Dr. Mo wants to hang out with us, and it's like, all right, but we're going to be us about stuff.
Yeah, you can stay home. Me and Mo will go out to eat.
Oh.
You don't want to go anyway.
Now I'm going to look at the price and be like, it's not actually worth that. I'd like to talk to, how much you guys paying the cook? How much is the cook getting out of this? How much are you getting out of it? Who's getting the main cut?
Also, anti-capitalism.
But
Yes.
yeah, so the fucking the Doc guy. So when we're looking at it through that lens, like Joker was shit. These villains are shit. You know, you see these guys like these grievances these guys have.
Yeah.
But Doc was one good man.
Yeah.
And then toward the end, because like I seen that in like critiques of people that also don't hate the movie, and they're like, yeah, they don't really come together till the end and become the birds of prey.
Yeah.
But that was like one of the last things that happened was she was betrayed by the only decent man, and it's like, you know what, fuck them all.
Yeah. And also a man who had like cute little nicknames and shit for her. He kept calling her like Lotus Flower and stuff, and like was very protective of her. Like when she would come in, he'd be like, "Don't loiter out here in the restaurant. Hurry up and go upstairs before someone sees you. Everyone's looking for you." Like very, like very like paternal and just
But then he just sold her out, sold
And
out
straight
her
up
location.
said it too, where he's just like, it's a lot of money. Sorry.
Yep.
Like
That was it. And then that's when the thing happened where they blew up her cage, and like
Yes.
that Tweety Bird cartoon, she was out of that cage for the rest of the film to go get with the other birds
yes.
that are also not in cages of prey. You see? You see?
Now you're thinking.
These are the thoughts. Why sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $20 for eggs? Now you're thinking. Oh, there's a part where what is it? I think they have like a needle, and Harley Quinn's just stabbing a guy.
Yeah.
And a cop
Well,
says freeze, and she does an extra stab.
That was towards the end. The cop from the Rosie Perez's character. So Harley Quinn was gonna sell out the kid so that she could be safe, and the right-hand man, the guy who cuts off the faces for the main villain, that guy, his main henchman, comes in and drugs Harley Quinn and sticks like a needle in her neck, and she gets the needle out, but it's like paralyzes her. And everyone's like fucking up the guy, and the guy ends up on the couch next to Harley Quinn, and she can't really move, so all she's got is her arm, and she's just trying to stab him. And then the cop comes in and says freeze, and Harley just looks at the cop and stabs him again.
Once more.
You're saying.
I had seen someone mention that she called a cop a pig in the movie. I don't think I caught it, if it happened.
I think she did.
Called a cop a pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I missed that moment. I may have, and I kept thinking, like, as I'm typing notes, I may be missing a line.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, hey, I'm gonna if I don't take notes, I'm not gonna remember the whole thing.
Yes.
And boo-ba-doo-doo. And then you said they were playing a song called Barracuda.
Yes, Barracuda, yes.
And who's the band?
Heart.
Heart. And that band is comprised of. They're from. What's their deal?
Heart is, I believe 2 women or 3 women, maybe. But yeah, they were just one of the more popular female bands, and of course known for, quote unquote, doing the stuff the boys do. They were like listed as a hard rock band and so on and so forth. So yeah.
Now, I did have a critique there, like an actual critique. And I think that it's like they're fighting, it's going down, it's happening in the streets, it's an action movie. Turn up the bass in that music.
Yes.
It was like, man, come on, you don't have to be full. Like, come on, turn up some of the nigga. Get some nigga in your system. It doesn't have to be that white. you know. But like the music, it was rocking, but like it
seemed very subdued.
Yeah, and as a movie theater goer, like I like sitting all the way in the back, in the middle, and really getting the full experience. Yeah. Which I did. I enjoyed the film. I definitely want to purchase a hard copy when it hits stores and watch it at home on maybe plug in a DVD player on the big radio downstairs in the basement and really vibe to it, because then I can manually turn up the bass myself. Right. Because I know that scene is more like captivating than what I felt in the theater. Yeah, so there, I did have a critique, so I'm not just biased.
Sure, let's go with that.
Little notes, little things I noticed. They stopped to give the black woman with white dreadlocks a scrunchie in the fight scene.
That was fun.
And yeah, like that was bugging me, because like, how white are the people behind making the film that they didn't realize, oh, we don't have to do the fake dreadlocks thing. She's actually black.
I didn't have an issue with her hair.
No beef, just noticed it.
But I liked the scrunchy thing because it was funny, because that's just one of those things that, you know, you have a female cast, female director, you know, these sort of things come up that it's like, yeah, she's doing this fight scene and fucking kicking and punching and jumping over shit and ducking behind shit, and she's got really long hair, and Harley's like, hey, scrunchy? And I was like, oh, that's so nice. Like, you know, not only to be handed one, and it's like that little, you know, like sisterhood moment, but also just the practicality of the thing, and it's just nice to see that.
And you know how now make it cis men. You're gonna be like, all right, so like they're all women, right? Their cycles link up. Yo, feminist Twitter's gonna love us, bro. Bro, high five, Harley Quinn. Yeah, they fucking. That's how they would do. They'd be like, oh, who do you want to have play it? Oh, Margot Robbie. A lot of people liked her. Yeah, what about Danielle Derrick? It's a video.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, Phoenix is looking at my notes.
At your notes. Yeah.
I noticed that when they were going by the water, they went to Founders Pier. Yes. And I was like, Founders, eh? I'm pretty sure people were already on this land. Yes. And then I'm wondering if like some woke nigga behind the scenes got that in, snuck that in. What? And at the end of the movie, they exploded the obnoxious rich dork.
Yes. It was fun. In pieces. It was fun.
And I noticed when I was listening to the struggle sessions, they mentioned that, but the movie's 2 hours and it's well paced, and you forget that part happens. You just see him going down, and then, yeah, his body becomes several bodies, and I guess bury him in the ocean with his ancestors. It's fucking terrible. This fucking podcast is the worst.
It is. You should not listen to this podcast.
And then it played a record that you put me on by the singer Kesha. Yes. And it's I'm a Motherfucking Woman. Yes. Record. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was enjoyable. And then Rosie Perez, lot of cis-normative jokes. Mm-hmm. Like Rosie Perez walking around with a t-shirt that said, I shaved my balls for this, ? Mm-hmm.
Which only happened because something happened to her clothes, right? And she had to go into Lost and Found and put on something clean, and that's just what they had. And I like how her boss, the one who got promoted for stealing her work, his entire commentary was like, you know we have a dress code here, right? And it was like all he said. And also Rosie Perez was a lesbian.
And I like how the last things I have...
All right, just let that go. Okay.
Oh, I'm not homophobic.
But what? How many characters are
like lesbian? Representation.
Yes.
See, I missed that. Cis men are kind of represented. Like, I got my representation, so I was just like, yeah, all right, I don't know anything
And
else.
Also, it just shows how much the people who hate this movie are so focused on, like, the male aspect, because Her ex-girlfriend was a fucking asshole, too. Yeah.
I knew that.
The prosecutor who, like, narked on her.
Ah, fuck.
Um,
Blanking. I'm blanking.
So, like, she was Asian, and she was, like, for the district attorney's office, and Rosie was, like, working on the case to try to bring down the main villain.
Okay.
And that was her ex-girlfriend.
Okay, that character didn't have a lot of lines.
No.
Yeah, it was easy. Because you know me, you know what I came for. Let's blow some shit up.
Let's blow some shit up.
Yeah.
Or as Harley says, what does Harley say? If you want the boys to respect you, you have to show them that you're serious. Blow something up.
Great fucking line. Fun fucking line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the shit was live. Like, I fucking like it. And yeah, these guys talking about it are clowns. Go see it. And then I was going to do it anyway because as far as like action movies go, we deliberately take the child to see woman-led action movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we got this one, Proud Mary. We need some more.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go see. This is a BDS household, so no Wonder Woman.
No Wonder Woman.
Yeah, BDS household, no Wonder Woman.
No.
Yeah, she's an Israeli soldier, right?
She was actually like a trainer. She would train other Israeli soldiers how to go kill people. Yeah.
Yeah. So no Wonder Woman in this household,
No.
but female-led action movies, we're looking for them.
Yes.
And we don't tell them that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We just do it and just normalize it.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that it's already out on DVD, but I think we should let him watch Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah, which I mean, it's again the whole superhero thing, and the main character is obviously Aquaman, but his mother has a lot of significant roles in it, and she can fight her ass off. So yeah.
You already saw the whole film?
Yes.
Wait, you rented it?
No, I didn't rent it. It was just on demand or whatever.
Phoenix is old school. She rents. Like, if there was a Blockbuster nearby, she'd be in that motherfucker.
Yes, I would be. I would use the red box if you were okay with it.
Well, just use it. I don't be red box renting.
You don't like renting in general.
Nah. Yeah, just give me my copy and then we.
Well, because I have to rent it first to see if I'm gonna like it. Because I don't like a lot of movies like that. Like I don't just want to buy a bunch of movies.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the shit out of movies. Like, at some point in time, work has to end, and then I could just binge the shit out of my collection. It can go down. Oh man, I've got some shit.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at the movies right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just a few, man. The bulk is in the basement.
Yeah.
And that's from a lot of... I have like over 300 DVDs, folks. Now we're just tangenting, okay? From a lot of pawn shop diving.
Yeah.
Like, majority of my shit is like $1.50, $2.50. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of my DVDs are that. Excuse me, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, yeah, I love my collection. The fucking, man, the Daria. Yeah, one of these weekends... Because it's going to go down. I'm doing all 5 seasons in both movies.
Okay.
You know what I wish, like, somebody out there in the bootleg world, do I have to go to the dark web? I want the Daria episodes uncut, where they have the original music from when they aired them in the 90s. All right. We're way off of...
Yeah, we are way off.
Harleen Quinzel. Dr.
Harleen.
All right.
Quinzel.
Shout out to Dr. Mo that was recently on the program,
Mm-hmm.
and Catherine Imani that was recently on the program, and young white man came on the program. Young trans white man, Parker Loco came on the program. White woman.
Really?
A lot of white folks coming around here
Mm-hmm.
in the wine cellar.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of white folks,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Booba doop doop doop. Why am I blanking on a person's name?
I don't know.
Dude, what is her name?
Who?
The homie that came on the program?
Ooh, I don't know.
White trans woman. Academic. Maddie Stump came on the program. What? Anthony Clark.
Yes.
Who else? Tim
Recently.
Woodman.
.com.
Tim. Who recently came on the program.com.
Y'all should go listen to that episode. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And you will get the .com jokes.
Yeah, and I guess and if you don't have time for that in your life, like basically it was a free thought conversation episode, so we're just a flowing.
Yes.
And we naturally go into this thing of like making, and we don't announce that we're doing it. Everyone just like, are we doing this? We're all doing this, and we do it. And we don't explain it, but we just all do it. But I'll explain it. We basically turned anything into a sex joke by putting .com after it.
Yes.
And now it's a fetish site.
Well, because he started off saying he has an extra website that he doesn't use. So, like, he's like, if you know somebody who has clips they want to upload, you could just put them on whatever the website was, .com. And it just became .com anything. And I think what really kicked it off was he was trying to convince me to drink tequila. And I was like, tequila's disgusting. And he's like, no, just try what I have. It's really good. If you don't like it, you can spit it in my face. And I was like, spit in Tim Woodman's face.com.
Who doesn't want to do that?
And I just went from there. So that was a fucking funny. We need to bring him back up. That was fucking funny.
See, and you can do any of those. We need to bring him back on .com.
.com.
Yeah.
Talktoapornstar.com. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? If you let the YouTube autoplay rabbit hole happen, that's going to happen because Vlad interviews every the fuck body.
Yes.
Like, I'm just looking and I'm like, something. All right. Let's listen. Let's hear what they got to say. And the stories are really not that interesting because guess what, folks? Sex workers just like pay bills and shit.
I mean, some of the stories are interesting. I mean, you know what? You have to ask the right questions to get the right story. Is what it is.
I saw a guy crash a Skyjack again.
Again.
Same guy. Same guy from the last Skyjack crash.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks. This was the positive review. How the fuck? I don't even know what the hell we just did. Whatever. Of the Harley Quinn film, folks.
Yes.
It is funky dope. Mm-hmm. I definitely want to get my hands on a hard copy of it. I damn near like. It's one of those ones where it's like if I was younger, I would go see it in the damn theater again. Yeah, like it's a twicer, but we're almost 40.
Yeah.
Fuck that. And plus, I have the Bad Girls DVDs. Yes, folks. All 8 seasons. Bad Girls. It's a British prison drama show, and but there is comic relief, the 2 Judys, and other such moments.
Yes.
And it's very enjoyable, and I'm going to enjoy it in what little bit of time I get.
I need to find a new show to binge.
.com. See? And now that's a filthy, dirty sex joke. Now go say that to someone you know. Just be like, I need to find a new show to binge. And they're going to be like, yeah.
.com.
They're going to be like, yeah, .com. You know, I think that website would just be all of what they call reveals.
Oh, yes.
And they're going to be like, yeah, you know what? Damn, that does sound like a good idea. Should I put the sativa down? I'm like, yo, we can start a website of reveals.
Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, yeah.com.
Yeah.com.
All right. But until then, well, if you want more dirty sex jokes, go to... This is supposed to be serious. You can go to patreon.com/winecellarmediafund and get early access to the whatnots and the what have yous.
Yes.
And there's also paypal.me/PhoenixandWilliam when you want to throw niggas a tip. And then we're like, oh, awesome. I was going to go get some toilet paper anyway.
Yes.
And someone just threw a tip and took care of that.
Yes. Sendmeatip.com.
Bam. You know what? That's kind of what a pay. That would end up being a debit card service. We would just end up being another one of them. We'd have to get FDIC and all that.
Oh, ugh. No.
Okay, I don't know if anyone is still tuned in. You like this, for reasons I don't know. Good day to you. Oh fuck, the video recording's still going too.
Yes.
It's